Polytopians are known for a lot of things, such as their ingenuity or their constant fighting. But something many people don't know is their love for the culinary arts. There are some very unique foods and drinks from all over the square, and I would like to introduce you to a few that really stand out. First, we're going to talk about some of the myriad foods Polytopians love to enjoy. Any discussion about Polytopian cuisine must always begin with the one food nearly every Polytopian agrees is the best there is. And that's the baked goods from the Hudrich. Even their longtime rivals, the Bardur, have to agree that no one can bake as well as our forest-dwelling friends. This is all thanks to the quisberry, a large berry native to the Hudrich woods, which can be transformed into all manner of goods. Cakes, pies, fritters, donuts, you name it. The Hudrich can bake it better than anyone else. Moving across the square over to the mountainous lands of the Imo, we have another treat for you. Palo chili is the national dish of the Imoans and makes up much of their diet. Every family has their own way of preparing it, and villages have even broken out into skirmishes over what is the right way to make palo. But regardless of how you make it, all palo chili begins with a mashup of lipo chili peppers and llamo meat, two of the most plentiful things you'll find in this rugged terrain, and ritualistically eaten before meditation, as the Imo believe that it helps concentration. What are the Kadzali most known for? That's right, birds. So it shouldn't come as any surprise that their favorite dish is also bird-based. Kalum is a roasted kebab of kiki bird meat sprinkled with a variety of spices, and then taken off the stick and served on a plate. It's easy to make, easy to eat, and absolutely delicious. It's so easy, in fact, that you could even try it yourself at home. Let's watch as these two chefs guide us through their human rendition of the classic Kadzali dish. To start, you'll need 2 kiki bird breasts, cut into small chunks. You'll want to marinate the meat in a mixture of minced ishtak, imported kaziz, and spices. If you can't get your hands on the finer Imoan chili powder, some traditional kiki seasoning will do. For a truly authentic Kadzali dining experience, you can also prepare some corn to be roasted along with the kalum. Once the bird is marinated, then you can assemble your kalum sticks. Some extra chilkas and wukutes help to add some extra flavor. When you're ready to cook, instead of using an open fire, we recommend roasting in an oven for about half an hour. All that's left to do now is take the meat off the stick, serve with corn and condiments, and enjoy with family and friends. This next entry isn't exactly a dish, but deserves a space as an honorable mention. Venarian xando shrooms are toxic, difficult to grow, and are a sickly purple color. But through sheer force of will, and quite a few fatalities, the Venarian have discovered how to prepare them into nutritious foods. After a few rounds of boiling and draining the shrooms, they are now ready to eat. And it's not uncommon for Venarian to eat them raw, grill them, or add them to a stew with rhino pig meat. Of course, when it's one of the few things edible in the wasteland, they're gonna find ways to use them in nearly everything. And now, we'll move on to some of the refreshing drinks that you can expect to find on the square. We all know that the Luxidor prefer fancy things, and even their drinks follow suit. Diamond Tea isn't really a tea, but more like a tea-like concoction of Loni fruit juice, onus tea leaves, water, and a few other things. All brewed and slightly fermented for a little kick, and served in a large pitcher that's either porcelain or glass. It got its name from its nearly clear appearance, which refracts light just like a diamond. It's very sophisticated, and it's a great travesty to deny a cup from your host. That's actually why former Luxodorian Emperor Nuxi was deposed many years ago. Ah, Ullaferg, a delightful blend of pine needles, rabbit fat, and hot water, all fermented in these large barrels for quite some time. The standard stuff you'd get from a tavern will knock you out if you're not careful. But the Bardur also brew lighter versions for children or people who have to work in the morning. As an interesting fact, Ullaferg is the only Polytopian drink to have made its way to Earth. I've even had some, and it's, well, drinkable. In Imperia, there are 4 primary forms of art: sculptures, architecture, music, and wine. Made from plentiful lumapelles, wine is the standard drink for all Imperious. You can find it nearly everywhere, as it's what everyone drinks, besides water, of course. There are actually competitions between vineyards around who can make the best wine, and the winner for the past 3 years has been the Laughing Motto Vineyard. As we've said in a previous video, the harvesting of lumapelles was the foundation for the formation of the Imperious Empire, and the source of all their rules and regulations. Kaziz is a unique drink made by the Yadak. Made from the juice of the kaziz fruit and some spices, it has a very peculiar ability to raise the pitch of the drinker's voice. This sound is necessary to sing some of the Yadak's oldest songs and chants. No one's quite too sure why the kaziz can do this, but it's something that the Yadak have been making for a very long time. Usually between stops on their long trade routes. Sadly, this nifty trick doesn't seem to work on humans. Well, there you have it. Some of the most noteworthy food and drink from the Polytopians. Have you ever tried Ullaferg, kalum, or anything else we've mentioned? Any other drinks or foods you think we've missed? Tell us in the comments.